How to recognize Scorpio rising. What is up, alien army? I am Oculus, the alien next door, purveyor of esoteric lore. And on this channel we discuss everything esoteric, occult, and alien. Today's topic, we are going to be diving into the astrological ascendant of the sign of Scorpio, some of their characteristics, and how to recognize them. So here we go. Those with Scorpio ascendant will notice you before you notice them. They are the ones that always seem to be looking right at you when you turn to look at them. The first thing to recognize, of course, will be their eyes. Not so much the color or the shape, but the depth, the gaze which penetrates into one's soul. There will be power in their eyes and a magnetic quality about their intense stare that lures you in and disarms you in some fashion or another. Scorpio rising natives have a sharpness to their eyes, which sometimes may be viewed as suspicion. And in a way it is. They forever seem to be sizing up their surroundings and those around them. They notice everything, always, without exception, in their physical environment especially, but also within their energetic field. In their third dimensional vessel, they can typically be known for having staring problems or undressing others with their eyes. This can be a turn on if the attention is desired, or downright creepy if the attention is unwanted. Some unevolved Scorpio risings may be likened to the proverbial peeping Tom type of character. They very much enjoy observing others, but rarely will this be a two-way street for the Scorpio ascendant. Another thing one may notice about them is that their eyes can have a shifty or beady look to them. They may seem like they aren't giving the full story, or that they are hiding some important detail. One of the Scorpio rising's biggest turn-ons is portraying themselves as slick or mysterious. A part of them is innately always hidden behind a veil of their own emotional undercurrents. They may feel many things, yet rarely, if ever, allow others to have access to their emotional depth. This is why they can appear secretive. Scorpio is fixed water, and this energy upon the ascendant dislikes their emotional nature being on display. The fixed nature allows their feelings to run deep, yet remain still upon the surface. A lake appears calm upon inspection from afar, but one may never know everything that is lurking underneath that smooth facade. This is the energetic output of those with Scorpio on the rise. One will feel them coming before they actually make their way to you. Their energetic vibration tends to speak more powerfully than any words they could possibly say. Scorpio rising may have a reputation as being intimidating. Their presence can sometimes be felt even if they are not physically there. One dares not attempt to defy the Scorpio ascendant individual. They may be the boss that all the co-workers fear, or the parent that the children dare not cross. One may notice themselves tiptoeing around the Scorpio rising native, physically and metaphorically. If said Scorpio native is not at home and dislikes dirty socks being strewn upon the floor, you can bet that their housemates will not be leaving any around for potential ammo. It isn't that the native of this placement is intentionally trying to overpower or control others in their immediate surroundings, although in some cases, especially unevolved, this might be. It's just that Scorpio rising folks tend to have the word power etched into their aura. They cannot help coming off authoritative or in control. These characteristics may be watered down a bit if Neptune or Venus is conjunction their ascendant, and the individual of these placements may appear powerfully soft-spoken, the type of fellow who uses not many words, but when they do speak, you can rest assured that others will listen. If a malefic planet is conjunction the ascendant, the Scorpio rising native will come off as a force not to be reckoned with. Saturn gives
the serious, silent type.
Mars the aggressive antagonist, whilst Uranus can make the Scorpio ascendant appear slightly unhinged. Pluto on the ascendant may exhibit power play type of energy, preferring to intentionally dominate those around them, even on a subconscious level. Physically, those with Scorpio rising may appear to have thundery eyes. Again, their eyes will remain the focal point, especially upon first meeting them. Their facial expression may seem to constantly be one of seriousness or veiled discontent, even if they're happy. The smile may not reach the eyes in some cases, and many times it may appear as though they are fake smiling, especially in pictures. The facial movements may have a wooden quality about them, almost as if it's unnatural for their face to convey any type of emotion. The stereotypical stone face. These types are excellent at delivering the smoldering look to the camera. And this gives them a sultry sex appeal, which makes them appear sinister, a bit dangerous, in a naughty, temptful way. This is someone who looks like they'd be good in bed, be them celibate or promiscuous. There might be a narrowness to their facial features. Narrowed eyes, seeming to be in a constant state of discernment. A narrowed jawline, which may always seem to be clenched. Their hands even may be displayed narrowly as well, as these folks tend to clench their fists a lot, many times without even realizing it. This may subconsciously suggest their internal power, ready to battle an opponent if need be. Also, the arms may be noticeably crossed in front of them when speaking to others whom they do not know very well. This is a protective posture, subliminally guarding their internal workings. Scorpio rising natives tend to evolve many times throughout their experience in a physical body. They are evolution. This is what they signed up for. These transformations typically take place within their emotional psyche, spilling outward into their physical environment. Not necessarily in their physical appearance, but more in the energetic way that they carry themselves. They go through many heavy emotional upheavals, where their character seems to transform every few years or so. What they desire will be different. How they behave in public will be different. How they carry themselves will be different. One may have known a Scorpio rising native from 5 years ago who is not that same person today. Something will have changed them, transformed them somehow, in any shape, form, or fashion you can think of. The catalyst of this transformation will typically be deep, heavy, powerful. Scorpio ascendant folks can handle a lot while making it look easy. Not many around them will see them vulnerable or weak as they handle their tribulations. This is the secrecy we mentioned earlier. They play their cards methodically and hold them close to their heart. No one will know the next move that the Scorpio rising will make until they hold their hand out for all to see. This is the poker player who seems to get a bad hand every round until the end when they win the jackpot. No one had any inkling of what was going on behind the scenes until the Scorpio rising individual made it be known. This is how they operate, calculated at every turn, cunning, shrewd in their dealings with others until they make their move. It is rare indeed to witness this water sign open up about the way they're feeling. And one ought to feel privileged if a Scorpio rising shows their soft side to that person. These moments may be few and far between, though when, if they do open up, you can believe that it will be genuine and also intense. Be prepared to handle it. The level of feelings that they suppress may shock you. Scorpio Ascendant is deeply sensitive at their core, though externally one may never know it. They are slow to trust, and there is a tendency to brood in their emotions, especially painful ones. They are the type to hurt so good. And many may be found listening to sad songs and pining for a love that they secretly don't want to have, because if they had it, there would be nothing to pine for. The unevolved version of this placement especially may be accused of ruminating in regret, wallowing in heartache, and exploiting unrequited love. Scorpio risings have a high psychically charged energy about them, and distant loved ones may feel the presence of the Scorpio rising when they are being thought of by said individual. Many times the Scorpio rising native will resort to sending telepathic mind messages to someone they love, be it consciously or subconsciously. If you are close to or have been close to a Scorpio ascendant, even if they are not physically with you, their strong emotions for you will be relayed instantaneously via the ethers. The evolved Scorpio rising native is loyal to a fault. They will literally lay down their life for someone they love. They crave long-lasting commitments and are immensely turned off by frivolities expressed by a potential partner. These individuals want to possess their partner's soul. They desire an object of obsession and may become addicted to their partner in unhealthy ways if they are unevolved. Scorpio risings will be noticed much more so by their energy than any physical attribute, aside of course from their eyes. Their intensity whirls around them in a seductive auric dance, and they may have many admirers around them, none of whom that spark their interest. The Scorpio rising native dislikes overt attention from others and finds open book personalities rather boring. They seek depth in all that they do, and at parties, they are most likely to be found sticking close to someone that they are close to or playing with a pet. Those with the Sun or Jupiter conjunction, their ascendant may be more outgoing and talkative than their peers. However, they will not be found disclosing their personal information to people that they have just met. Scorpio ascendant folks are the definition of the term slow burn. So being nosy or attempting to pry them open will only trigger them to become arrogant or push you away entirely. It's best to let them open up organically, which may take some time, but will be well worth the wait. Their magnetism and depth make them interesting conversationalists once one gets to know them, and their loyalty and devotion can seem heaven-sent. One cannot ask for a more doting partner, faithful friend, or protective counterpart. Scorpio rising folks are secretly sentimental and will remember every detail about those whom they care about. They are likely to surprise you with your favorite takeout when you didn't think they even remembered what type of food you always crave. The natives of Scorpio rising are most comfortable around cherished family members and close friends, and enjoy spending quality time with those they care about. They aren't likely to entertain shallow conversations as they seek depth out of every experience. They want to know you, the real you, underneath your human facade. They want to know your soul. One way to tell that a Scorpio rising individual is into you is when they ask you personal questions, deep personal questions. Not in an I'm being nosy manner, but in an I'm trying to understand you type of way. If one is loved by a Scorpio rising individual, know that this is an everlasting love, and the depth of their devotion cannot even be fathomed by most others. They want to know every nuance of someone who they are interested in. They want to experience every emotion that is possible whilst traveling in a physical body. They want to dive deep into the uncharted emotional undercurrents that dwell within us all. They are the true natural psychologists, detectives, and revolutionaries. They want to explore every emotion, break it apart, analyze it, heal it, and put it back together again, even stronger than before. They are the resilient ones, experiencing life through their emotional intensity. They make seemingly tough tasks look like a breeze. Their mission is to observe, to understand, to fix, and to transform. And that, friends, is how to recognize a Scorpio rising. You will need to know your exact birth time to find out your ascendant rising sign. As always, we will have a link below where you can check out your chart and see what your ascendant is.
Or the ascendant of anyone that you're interested in.
That was today's esoteric topic, and we will chit-chat again soon.